The mute beautiful girl with the golden voice. Once upon a time, in the verdant village of Albina, there lived a girl named Efua. Efua was renowned for her extraordinary beauty. Her skin was as smooth as silk, her eyes sparkled like the morning dew, and her hair flowed like a river of night. Everyone who saw her was enchanted by her appearance. Her hair was so long that she would have to cut it sometimes and it would still grow rapidly. However, Efua had one flaw that made the villagers despise her: she was mute. Efua could not speak a single word, and this made people think she was cursed or had nothing worthwhile to say. Despite her beauty, Efua lived a lonely life. The other maidens in the village whispered behind her back and avoided her, thinking her silence made her less worthy of friendship. The young men, though entranced by her looks, shied away from her, believing that a girl who could not speak could not make a good wife. Efua often wandered to the edge of the forest, where she felt at peace, away from the prying eyes and harsh judgments of the villagers. One day, while sitting under a large baobab tree, Efua found a small, intricately carved flute half buried in the ground. She picked it up and took it home, scared to blow it. One day she took it back to the forest and decided to play it, so she blew it. To her surprise, a beautiful, melodious sound filled the air. Encouraged by the enchanting music, Efua continued to play, pouring all her emotions into the notes. The forest seemed to come alive with her music, birds sang in harmony, and even the trees swayed to the rhythm. As days went by, Efua's flute playing became a regular occurrence. Her music was so captivating that animals gathered around to listen, and the wind carried the enchanting melodies back to the village. Curious about the source of this beautiful music, the villagers followed the sound one day and discovered Efua sitting under the baobab tree, playing her flute. The villagers were astounded. They had never heard such beautiful music before. The melodies were filled with such emotion and beauty that they could not help but be moved. Efua's silent word had given birth to a voice more powerful and beautiful than any spoken word. The people realized that her flaw was not a curse but a gift in disguise. News of Efua's extraordinary talent spread far and wide. People from neighboring villages came to hear her play. The same young men who once shunned her now admired her deeply, and the maidens who once despised her were envious of her newfound fame and the unique beauty of her music. One day, the village elder called for a grand celebration in honor of Efua. The elder firstly addressed everyone saying, Efua's beauty is not only in her appearance but also in her soul. Her music has shown us that true beauty lies within and that we must look beyond the surface to appreciate the gifts each person brings. During the festivities, Efua was asked to play her flute for everyone. As she played, the villagers danced and sang, their hearts filled with joy and admiration for the girl they had once misunderstood. From that day forward, Efua was no longer seen as the mute girl but as the girl with the golden voice. She became a beloved figure in the village, her music bringing people together and teaching them the value of inner beauty. The maidens, who had once envied her looks, now envied her talent and grace, striving to find and nurture their own unique gifts. And so, Efua lived a life filled with love, respect, and admiration, her story becoming a cherished folktale passed down through generations, reminding everyone that true beauty is found within and that sometimes, what we perceive as flaws can turn out to be our greatest strengths.